If you are watching this, chances are you you've bought a house. Congratulations. You are thinking of buying one, or you already are feeling the pressure of a bond. Let me start with a sentence that may unsettle you, but it will protect you in the end. You did not buy a house, you signed a money contract, and the house is security. You did not buy a house, you signed a money contract, and the house is security. This lesson is not to scare you, it's simply to free you from ignorance, because ignorance can be very expensive. I want you to hear this with dignity. There are there's no shame. There's no shame here. Millions of intelligent, hardworking people misunderstand this, and not because they are foolish, but because their system is complex and rarely explained. You did not buy a house, you basically signed a money contract, and the house itself is used as security. Many people do misunderstand this concept, and we will be explaining it further. What exactly is a home loan? What really is a home loan? When you sign a bond with the bank, you are not buying a house. The bank is not buying the house with you. The bank is lending you money over a period of 20 to 30 years with interest. That's how the bank makes their money. So for every rent they lend you, they will be making a certain cut in terms of interest over those years. The house is not the product itself. The house is collateral, or it's security. The actual product that the bank is getting into with you, or what you are relating with the bank with, is the home loan itself. The product is the home loan. The house is in essence collateral. What is a collateral? Collateral is a guarantee that if the loan fails, the bank can recover the money by obviously assuming the taking back the security and selling it, the house that is. So hence the statement is very important. You did not buy a house. You basically entered into a money contract, which is the loan with the bank, and the house itself is security. This is why language matters. You do not own the house in the way that most people think. Not until the loan is settled, and then when the loan is settled, um, then you own the house. But between now and then, you are simply occupying a property, or you are enjoying the use of the property that was secured by debt, which is the loan. This is not evil. It's not evil at all. This is how credit works. The danger comes when people are never taught clearly, and they don't ask questions, because the debt in essence will survive. Now, let's address a painful truth that many people struggle with. If a house is damaged, it is demolished, and or it becomes uninhabitable, the the debt does not automatically disappear. Why? Because the bank did not lend you the bricks and the curtains and the frames. The bank lent you money, the bond. From the bank's perspective, the question is very simple. Is the money still owed? Not, is the house still standing? This is where many families experience shock, and sometimes trauma, because emotionally we think shelter is shelter. We equate shelter to debt, but the debt itself is a contractual obligation. It is separate from the property or the asset itself. So people get confused about that, And also, there's also another place where people have insurance myths, and that can get very confusing very fast. This is where insurance enters into the conversation and where most confusion lives. But my house is insured. Um, how is it insured? What is it insured against? Because many homeowners assume because they have insurance, everything is covered. Mm-mm. It's not always true. There are different types of insurance covers. There's bond insurance, there's homeowners insurance, there's life cover, there's disability, and so much more. And they are insurance, yes, but they do cover different things. They don't all. It's not like a blanket that says we cover everything. There are what we call exclusions, in within even the product that you basically would have selected as insurance. Some insurance covers the structure, some will cover the loan itself, and some insurance will cover you, the person, not the bank. If you understand which insurance you have and what it covers, that will basically um, answer a lot of things. And the question like of saying what payout will come from this particular insurance that I am covered with as an owner. This is not necessarily a blame game, it is just literacy. The system is hard. The system is hard, but it is not unmovable. What do I mean? Here's what's important to know: banks are systems. The bank responds to clarity, they respond to tone, they respond to documentation, and they also respond to persistence. They are a system. However, many people, when they hit the crises in life or life happens, they avoid the bank in panic, or they freeze, or they basically get into panic mode. But there are moments, especially early, where engagement really matters. Engaging with your bank, because you will find that there are things like relief, there's restructuring, there are alternative arrangements, there are they like literally nothing is as hard as you are imagining it to be, especially early. But there are possibilities when you approach the system correctly that can basically be unlocked in your favor as their client. This is why education before crisis is very important. Here's your first action step, and it's very simple. Write this question down. I want you to basically write this question down. I will repeat it. Ask yourself, if my house were damaged tomorrow, what exactly would still be owed? And who would pay it? If my house were damaged tomorrow, what exactly would be owed? The money, and who would pay it? Me? Insurance? The bank? Who would pay it? Once you can answer that question clearly, then you are good. But if you cannot, you are exposed. Not because you have failed, but because you are not taught. Protection begins with asking the right question, and this is the first thought. If my house were damaged today or tomorrow, what exactly would still be owed, and who would pay it? In the next lesson, we will talk about insurance illusions, what people think they are covered for versus what policies actually do. This cause exists because owning a home should build dignity, not anxiety. Remember, the goal is not fear. The goal is understanding. And when you understand the system, you stop being owned by it. You stop being owned by it. And you basically begin to take your power back. I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.